Okay, so the first batch of queens has arrived. These are what we call Saskatraz queens. They're from northern Saskatchewan, and they're replicated in California. So they're pretty nice looking queens, not marked. We're making the tags up. Adam is busy making 52 tags with the queen color. That helps me remember just a quick look. And then I have to prepare the entrances. So these, oh, and all the cages are marked too. Cool. And these Saskatraz queens, when I've been tracking my numbers, they seem to have better performance. It's not like, it's not Formula One versus your Toyota Corolla or anything, but it's better than average. So what I have to do is take this cork out and then add this tube, and the candy in there will take some time for the queens to and because these are relatively small hives, I'm going to poke oh boy, that's hard. I'm going to dig some of that out of there. Like that. And once that hole is started, the bees really like to keep things organized. So and I do that inside my little viewing box here, so that if I accidentally release one, it doesn't get away on me. I'm not super thrilled with these cages. I wish they would use the JZBZ cages, because they're so much easier to put in the hives. But I'm small potatoes, so they won't listen to me. I think the JZBZ cages are probably harder to stock with attendants. The wooden cages are much easier to get the additional bees in. 3 done, 49 to go. The JZBZ cages are also much easier to reuse than these wooden ones. I'm waiting for a queen to pop out to demonstrate the usefulness of this box, but nothing ever goes wrong when you're planning for it to go wrong. Is that 52?
52.
You counted them twice?
Yep.
Okay, and the reason the number is so important is because I want to, as a quality control, I'll actually go and, when I'm putting the queens in, that gives me my back check on making sure I've got every hive, and then I'll staple the hives with my new cordless stapler. I had a cordless stapler before, but the battery was so lame that you'd only do about 20 hives before it would run out of juice. So I've upgraded to something serious so I can swap the battery out.
And this is also one with the
Oh yeah, with the battery adapter, right? I can put my What am I doing wrong here? My 3D printed attachment so I can put my Hitachi battery on the Ryobi tool. And we've got to get all this done before it rains today. We had one day of sunshine. Well, it wasn't really sunshine. It was just not raining.
Well, I mean, Monday was pretty nice.
No, Monday it rained all day.
Oh, well.
Yesterday.
I was thinking last week. Yeah, no, it's.
no, we had 2 days. Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesday was nice. Wednesday was.
Yeah. Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday was nice. Wednesday was cloudy,
half and half.
but workable. And then today is by mid-afternoon is there's rain warnings out again for high water. So.
Hooray!
Yeah. All right, that's. I'll shoot some video on my own when I'm putting these in. So we stay tuned for that. So we got tired pretty quick of digging that candy out by hand. So we're gone to the power tool. That's pretty hard candy.
Yeah.
Now it will pick up moisture in the hive and soften up. Also, it'll be warmer in the hive. But
I mean, we had to get a fresh bit out to.
well, it's
dig
because
into
it's
it.
kind of sticky too. It doesn't drill really great. So anyway, that's and again the thinking is we want to make sure that the hard candy on the candy will be hardest on the outside where it's dried, a little softer inside, and also that having the bee kind of stick their head in the tunnel.
It induces them to.
Yeah, that somehow is just what they want to do to clean that all up. All right, putting these queens in. You can see I've already attached the tags to the front according to the markings we had on the lid. Each lid is marked. Some of them we left the queen in, queen positive. She's good. NQ for no queen. So I put a queen in there. I keep the queens in my hoodie pouch where they can be a little bit warm. One last visual inspection to make sure she's still crawling. And then I put the queen tube down. This stuff, if it gets too warm and moist in the hive, that stuff can kind of ooze a little bit. You would rather have it ooze away from sliming up that queen than if it was this way. It could all dribble under her and maybe even drown her. I suppose any orientation is fine, but I like this way with the screen facing into the cluster so that the bees have good access to her. Also swapping in a blanket that doesn't have a feeder hole in it, and that'll reduce the chance of the queen slipping past one into the other nuke. Make sure I put the lid on in the correct orientation so that the instructions are still correct. You give that lid a spin, and then I mark off that the no queen problem has been resolved. This one needs queens on both sides. That one's pretty small. Put it right against the wall. This one I think I'm going to have to rebalance the bees a bit. So not much there. Okay, so here's the queen. I'm just going to leave her on this side. Swap these two frames. The forecast for the next 24 hours is pretty cool and wet, so those queens will get, those bees that have moved over there will be, probably end up staying there once they get used to that new queen. They tend to drift away. If you have a queenless one next to one with a queen, you sometimes get them walking across the doorway to find a good home. One of the challenges of working with hives on a pallet, boy, look at all the hive bees in that one. Too strong. I'm going to steal some out of here and put in there. One of the challenges, as I was saying, of working with four-way pallets is you're always turning in circles, and you've got to really be diligent. I used to keep my bees in rows, you know, every hive facing the same way, and you'd work from one to the next. And that was, it was pretty simple to know where you started and where you left off at any time. Once you go to pallets, you got to be pretty disciplined to be starting and stopping in the right place every time. So this one, just to remind myself, I got a queen on this side, no queen here. Let's put the queen in. And we can find the queen here. I can shake some bees into that. Put this back together a little bit differently. Somehow the brood wasn't against the wall. There's a girl. Right there. Okay, she can go there. Okay, that'll help that weaker colony come ahead. Need another blanket. Okay, so that's how I'm putting these queens in these nucs. Bit of an experiment. I mean, I know that it's pretty hard to go wrong, but it's probably underutilizing. The queens, putting a fancy $50 queen into a 2-frame nuc. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, everyone, have a great day.